We're going to jump into case studies. And the first one you're going to share with us has to do with transforming a space from community-led into more member-led. So go ahead and take it away.
Absolutely. So this company is in the technology space, been around for 8 years now, and they had a tremendous amount of engagement on LinkedIn, podcasts, across the web, across social, across all these different places. And they were doing pretty good. They found product market fit. They were looking to now really double down and hone in on go-to-market fit and become, a really successful scale-up. From a startup to scale up, what they were facing was this fact around demand capture, not demand creation. They were great at demand creation.
Okay.
That's how I view community-led growth, demand creation. But how do you turn that demand and turn it into new business, but also convert the existing demand you have, through your customer install base into more demand? This transition to more of a member-led motion, not giving up the community-led, but moving into member-led. So that's kind of setting the table in terms of like some of the high-level problems, Steve.
Okay. That sounds good. All right. So good, juicy problem to have. How'd you approach it? What was kind of your thought on how to make that transition happen?
Get closer to the audience. So community is a confusing term for a lot of people. Community say, well, what's community? It can mean so many different things. I think of it in two simple, very easy to understand ways. One is the unowned community. A community that you do not own is everything that surrounds your brand, the people talking about your brand, interacting with the brand, engaging with the brand. I mean, heck, it's the reputation, right? I mean, you don't get to decide your reputation. Other people do. Then there's the owned community, a community that you have direct kind of ownership of, that you're looking to shape not for other people, but with other people. Both are, you're building it with people and you're growing it with people. But the second kind of community is the one you own. And I like to refer to that as a member-led motion, where you're gathering up the members who've opted into having a more direct relationship with your brand into this community. And that's member-led. So that comes with a lot of benefits because you get a lot of first-party data. You get even zero-party data. You can do a lot of personalization. You get a lot more information about people, their motivations, their problems, what they are consuming. And that can, of course, help you with the demand capture and the convert demand motion. That is the thing that follows creating demand. So that's how I think about it. And I think there's a lot of companies kind of wanting to do this, but they're trying to figure out what this all means. First, it's recognizing that, you don't own your community, but you can have an owned community if you take a more, thoughtful approach.
Yeah. So how do you do that? I mean, you're creating content? Are you giving them access to things that they're not getting elsewhere? How do you get that ultimately, like the stickiness of that member-driven community?
Both. I mean, the simplest way that we did it in this case study example is around transforming what you would normally think as a resource center into a membership experience. And I believe that's the future of many websites, especially in B2B these days. You have these resource centers, that's all this great content, all these great resources, whatever, but they're actually filled with friction, filled with annoyances, not personalized. It's actually not easy for the marketer to collect data about people consuming that stuff because you have dozens, if not hundreds of landing pages. You have all these forms. It's disjointed. There's a lot of old material. No one can curate or create their own resource list. So for this example, we're like, look, what are the primary benefits of becoming a member? You can get all of our resources and some exclusive resources and content in this membership. Yes, we'll keep a lot of them ungated because that's how you acquire members organically. That's how you get great SEO benefits. That's fine. But the fact of the matter is you can still convert and download these resources one by one if you so choose, or better yet, you know what? If you just opt in and become a member, you get everything at once. We'll give you more personalized resources and you get custom stuff and you'll get other benefits outside of just content. And that's what we started seeing happening. It grew from 0 to 66,000 members in just about 3.5 years.
Wow. So are you bundling the membership price with what they're paying for the regular software, or is this a separate thing where it's a separate package that they're paying for, or, it's just free? Anyone can sign up. They just have to authenticate.
It should be free. It's always free. I mean, you could maybe have a premium version, and we did for a little bit, which ended up not really panning out too much, but it's free. Just like a resource center is free. And this is where it gets confusing with people not even really understanding the idea of member-led or owned community. No, it's mostly free. I mean, there's some business models where I think you can justify a cost, but I would even say if you do have a monthly cost or annual cost to it, you should still offer either a free 30-day trial or just have a free plan.
Yep.
And that'd be my point of view, because that will help you convert more of that demand, right?
Yep.
Capture and convert more of that demand long term. So I see it as a marketing asset, not so much as a revenue generating asset.
Yep. Okay, that makes sense.
Direct.
Tell me about, you said you got it up to over 50,000 people. What's the behind the scenes team that is needed to run that? So how did you have to scale up on your own team to figure out, hey, if we're going to do this, we've got to make it a great experience?
Designers, video producers, content marketers, and web developers. And then you had, like, if you really want to take it to the next level, you have someone focused on creating educational experiences that isn't just content, but it's content packaged in a way that's helping someone get to an outcome, which is at the end of the day what good education does. So you don't have to go to that length initially. That's a lot of investment up front. You could have your existing team, and they have the skill sets to do this. Even a team that's not full-time, you might be working with an agency or whatever, freelancers who can build this, because most B2B companies already have this in place, going back to the resource center to membership experience idea. They just have not innovated their resource center in years, if ever. And this is something that you can do, right? And it's a reimagination of that customer experience. Yes, it's going to require some software. So you're either going to have to build some stuff using WordPress plugins or, other things that can be there, or you have to buy something that helps you create this membership experience. But even the cost of that is so insignificant given the benefits that you'll get from this. Just the data alone in terms of how much someone's consuming, what are they consuming, and then giving that to your sales team and giving it to them in a more digestible manner so they can do more personalized and timely follow-up, and then having them be able to use the membership experience as the carrot at the end of the stick to educate the buyer, to keep them in the market, or move them from out of market into the market. Like, for the solution you sell, there's too many benefits.
Yeah. So the thing I like about these communities is, like, it's the members who are interacting with each other. They're contributing, they're adding value. Sometimes they're even answering like Q&A that the company might normally do, but then the members just kind of resolve that. But the one thing that's always interesting to see play out is when there's like a mutiny among the members and something's happening at the company who's hosting that community and they're upset, whether it's bugs or whether it's feature functionality. So did you ever experience that, where there was just an organic movement of members kind of demanding something get fixed or something be reprioritized? How did that go for you?
I mean, yeah, you definitely, I wouldn't say like it was the full membership, but I mean, the best membership experiences you can create are an intersection of your customers, prospects, and even like partners or channel, whatever, right? It's a blend of all these people. And there'll always be louder voices than others, but like, the reason why this motion is so good is it puts the people at the center of the experience. I'm a big advocate of people first go to market. We talk about it in the club that we have. We have a club called Club PF. You can sign up for it. And Club PF is all about how do you create a people first go to market, and that means every experience puts the person at the center of the experience. So the question you asked is around, well, you have people that are super passionate or want something maybe fixed or improved. That's great. Fix it with them in public. Do it in a way that helps you build a better, more trusted reputation. So as long as the company is listening and there's someone there, or a group of people there to help respond and engage with that feedback, engage with those people, I have not seen any downsides. I've only seen upsides, because it shows that you're an authentic, honest brand that cares about the things that matter to its customers, matter to its potential customers. I think it's only a good thing.